Hey guys, my name is E. I'm a professional sports videographer, and today I want to show you exactly how, even when I was filming in a super dark locker room like this one, I was still able to manage amazing results like that. But just to be clear, this is not one of those videos where I'm going to tell you that you can achieve this yourself with any camera just by tweaking a couple settings. You definitely need the right settings to do this, but you also need the right equipment. So I'm going to talk about both today, starting with my gear. And since we're fully into Black Friday season, I'll actually recommend a few cameras and lenses later on in this video that can achieve similar results and that are all on sale right now. Alright, so when I first got into the locker room, the lights were on, obviously, and the filming conditions were pretty good. There were 2 or 3 other videographers there with me, and everybody was shooting away as the players were chilling and enjoying themselves. But when the captain turned off the lights, straight away I noticed the other videographers shutting down their cameras because they knew that these new conditions were a definite game over for them. And to be honest, it kind of looked like it was game over for me too. But since I was filming with my Sony FX3 camera, I had access to a secret weapon that the others didn't. You see, the Sony FX3 is a full frame camera, so that's already a great place to start for low light conditions. But on top of that, it has a second native ISO value of 12,800, and that, my friends, is a game changer. A native ISO is the ISO value at which a camera produces its cleanest image. So no noise, no grain, no nothing, just pure cleanliness. So on most cameras, especially budget cameras, the native ISO is somewhere between 200 and 800, depending on the picture profile that you're using at the time. But on the FX3, my camera, as well as a few other models that I'll mention later, there's actually 2 native ISO values. In S-Log3, the first native ISO of my camera is at 800. And the second one is at 12,800, which is very, very high, especially for a camera of this size and this price. So that obviously helped me massively, but don't forget that we're actually talking about filming in a room where all the lights are off. I was lucky that there was a little bit of light coming from a bathroom beside me, but that was it. So the second native ISO was not gonna cut it by itself. For that reason, I had to maximize everything else on my camera kit for low light conditions as well. Luckily, I was already filming at 24 frames per second, which allowed me to use a super low shutter speed of 1/50. And also, since I was going in that locker room knowing that I would have to film a team meeting of about 40 people, I decided to use a 24mm lens to be as wide as possible. But the added bonus of my 24mm G Master lens is that the aperture on that lens goes all the way down to f1.4. So the combination of a super high and clean ISO with a low frame rate, a low shutter speed, and a very wide aperture allowed me to capture a scene such as this one, even with the lights turned off.
Yo, let's fucking play with swag, fellas. Because that's what
Just to be clear, the camera and the lens definitely played their part, but the settings did as well. So if you are in a similar situation, but with a budget camera kit, just try to use as many of those settings as possible, and it will make a difference. And just so you know, there are a bunch of very affordable f1.4 prime lenses that you can buy, especially if you're willing to look into third-party brands like Viltrox, for example, and especially now during Black Friday. And speaking of Black Friday, let's explore the best sports videography deals that you can get right now. If you go on Amazon, my camera, the Sony FX3, is actually on sale with a $200 discount. The Sony a7S III, which is the exact same camera with the same specs minus the internal fan, that camera currently comes with a $300 discount. And the Sony a7 IV, another full-frame camera but with even more megapixels for photography, that camera comes with a whopping $400 discount. But with the a7 IV, however, even though it is a dual native ISO camera, the second native ISO value is only 3,200 and not 12,800 like on the other two cameras I just mentioned. Anyway, I'm not gonna go through the entire list of cameras and discounts right now because we'd be here all day, but there are a few more full frame models available on Amazon during the Black Friday sale, as well as a few APS-C models like the Sony FX30, the a6400, and the ZV-E10. On the lens side of things, the Sony 24mm f1.4 G Master lens I used in the locker room shots earlier is also on sale with a $100 discount. And on the cheaper side of things, the Viltrox 27mm f1.2, so that's an even wider aperture by the way, that lens, which is an APS-C lens, comes with an $88 discount. So again, there are a bunch of other lenses on sale on Amazon right now, both wide aperture prime lenses for low light and also zoom lenses to capture high quality sporting action. So for a full list of cameras and lenses, as well as accessories like monitors, cages, gimbals, SD cards, and many others, all useful for sports videography, just click on the link in the description. Like I said, it is literally a Black Friday shopping list made specifically for sports videographers. And the last thing I'll add about Black Friday, which is maybe the most important one, is that there is also a sale on my website, beyondthegame.tv. All my digital assets are currently 20% off with the promo code Black Friday at checkout. So if you are looking for LUTs, visual effects, or sound effects made specifically for sports, this is the perfect opportunity to get the most complete sports videography toolkit available on the market. The link to my website and the promo code are both available in the description. So good shopping to everyone, happy Thanksgiving to my American friends, and I will catch you all in my next video.